Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, what a time to be gathering here in Delhi for the second edition of the Economic Times World Leaders Forum. If we sit here in silence and listen deeply, we might just be able to hear the great wheels of historic global alignments turning. Long-held assumptions and friendships all deserve careful reevaluation. The lessons for countries around the world from the events of the last few months is perhaps one that Prime Minister Modi has been championing for years now: Atmanirbharta, or self-reliance. It's now clearer than ever that global cooperation must go hand in hand with national aspiration and assertion. One cannot come at the cost of another. And today, I'm so glad that we are with the one world leader who has refused to bow in the face of opportunistic tactics and arm twisting, even as far too many leaders around the world have chosen to play ball, even at the cost of national pride. Exactly 1 year ago today, we had convened in this hall to celebrate the rapid strides that India is making on every aspect of our development journey. India is still the same: daring, responsible, diligent, and with a dil that craves much more. In the meantime, the global stage has become increasingly unstable. A few months ago, we faced an unpardonable attack from a neighbor long accustomed to bargaining through terror. Operation Sindoor, carried out under Prime Minister Modi's decisive leadership, not only gave a fitting reply, but it also effected a reset in how India will respond to any such provocations in the future. Friends, for his decisive leadership in India's hour of need, I say we thank the Prime Minister with a big round of applause. We are also witnessing highly disruptive policy moves from those once deemed the global guarantors of stability. These moves threaten to upend the rules-based order that has held up the world for more than 7 decades. The take-home is that the global supply chain, which ensured shared prosperity to the developed and the developing worlds, cannot be taken as a given anymore. For perspective during challenges such as these, it's useful to take a step back and look at the sweep of our history. We went through 1,000 years of invasions and centuries of crippling colonialism. And yet here we stand, a sovereign, self-reliant, and proud republic, soon to be the world's 3rd largest economy, with its eyes set firmly on the future. No challenge is too big for this eternal nation. Ladies and gentlemen, the faces in this hall itself tell of our greatest strength, our people. You can spot scientists who send missions to the moon and Mars, leaders of institutes who produce CEOs leading the world's biggest corporations, and entrepreneurs who will build companies that change the rules of the game. And that is a story that no one can put a stop to. Last year, from this very podium, we discussed what propels our journey as a nation, and I used an acronym, TIC: talent, infrastructure, community, and knowledge. These are strengths that don't wash away with the tides of history. India ticks all the boxes. As a nation, we have looked at every crisis as an opportunity. This too is one such moment. This is a time to discover our hidden strengths and usher in reforms that will unleash the wild spirits within us. And as the Economic Times has been reporting, the government is working on rolling out the next generation of reforms, starting with the rationalization of GST slabs. We are home to the world's largest middle class. Our domestic market that can dwarf entire continents allows our entrepreneurs to dream big. This is our moment to believe in our history, in our people, in our capacity to adapt, to innovate, and to thrive. I am sure that the captain of this Indian ship, Prime Minister Modi, will share details of the course that he has charted to navigate these troubled waters. And like all of you, I am looking forward to his words.